when you come into a country, how many of us are integrated? How many of us studied? Some of us are 30 years, 20 years in this land. We don't have even secondary school certificate. What they call superiority that we go into those days when some of us enter this land. How many of us have superiority?
I think maybe it's because when you just come to this country, they tell you before you renew your sojourner, you need to work. You need to have a...
No. It has never been a law. The thing is that while you work, even when we came into this country, there was a time every commune, some major commune, they organize what they call evening schools. But most of us, we never create time for that. We love only to go to work, come back, eat, enjoy ourselves, nothing like increase our knowledge. So integration was one of our problems. So if I go to work in commune, what do I want to operate in commune? Am I going to be a gate man or work in computer that I don't even know about? I don't know whether you understand me. Yeah. If I go to work in police, as a police, they want to employ me as a policeman. What do I want to go and talk about when I don't understand how to read and write? So I must understand the written word, the laws, and how I can interpret it when it comes to, when it comes to policing. Yeah. So when it comes to working in commune, I must understand how to operate. So if I don't know how to, all I know how to speak is EU, then
it becomes very
difficult.
Then to you, how can we now integrate into the system? How can we now begin to correct some of these mistakes so that we can fit into these offices?
Looking at our age now, some of us we don't want to pay the sacrifice of going into studying.
Okay.
We say that it's too late. But education doesn't have limits.
Doesn't have limits.
But the only thing we can do, those are still young among us, can look for a way of doing some courses. Thank God we have internet.
Yeah.
You can do even course on from your phone. You can do on your PC. You can use a laptop to do some courses online, and then you are able to get some certificates that will enable you to apply for some certain job that need this thing. And if you are working in a company, put in diligence, because when you are working in that company and you are putting all your best, you can be promoted. Because when they say that, I have in my working place now, as I'm talking now, a black Ghanaian who is working as a site director.
Okay.
I have another black who is working at a sectional director. I have a Nigerian who is also working as sectional director. I have a Nigerian who is working as operation director, who is operating the engine. Why? How did they started by putting all their efforts in working, were not absent at work, making sure that they do things according to the law. And before you know it, they are being picked. And they left the Italians and they are being picked to do this work. So if you had an opportunity to do that, you do it. Some of us, when they are feast, immediately they are feast, that you are from in Italian we call it from Aventisio, which is non-feast, to a feast. The day they become feast, temple indeterminato, you begin to see them on sick leave.
Yeah, they don't come to work.
They don't come to work regularly anymore. So they are now behaving as if they are the owner. They shout anyhow.
They want to enjoy the same.
They want to enjoy the same
privilege with the
and you forget that this is not your land. For you to gain ground in a land that is not yours, you must do times double of what the people are doing. That is it.
Because we think we have a limited privilege in this country. Maybe when you go to their commune, you hardly see a black person working there. Even as a taxi, they don't allow. I don't know if it is the law, but you can hardly see a black person driving cab or working in the commune. Or maybe we
as
also
police
think, Maybe it's because of that we normally think that they are racist.
To me, I don't look as a professional as a yardstick to.
Or is it because we are not qualified?
How many of us are schooled? In the first, when do we begin to school? The generation of those that are schooling or that are school in this country are our children's generation.
This new
generation. And so we can see that now we are seeing some of our children that are doctors, that are nurses, that are working in hospital, and maybe gradually, because of the opening of eyes, they may be into all those professions. Working in commune, working in as a police, how much is their salary? So many of us will prefer to do make a good course
Okay.
so that we can do a good job
Yeah.
and get good pay. I think that is the way I see it when it comes to profession.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir.